Hello and welcome everyone to Vampyr. Last time we had an exciting fight against Geoffrey McCallum. We survived, we spared him, and now we definitely need to at least try save Dr. Swansea, who has been abducted by the Brotherhood. So we're not wasting any time today and get right onto it. I'm definitely worried about Dr. Swansea. We showed our heart last episode though. We spared Geoffrey McCallum. We also granted Mr. Dawson a merciful death, a peaceful death. Did not. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. As I was recapping the last episode, I was saying that last time we granted him a peaceful death, Mr. Dawson, but also, as a result, pissed off the Ascalon Club, which might turn out to be very bad for us. Meanwhile, the streets are just crawling with Prevent until I will not manage to consistently pick one pronunciation of Prevent until the end of the playthrough. So that's just that. What's that? Anything? Thought there was something more on the ground. We go here to the right, all the way to the right, and then straight forward. No, not here. One further. I only walk these streets multiple times, so you can't expect me to actually know where I'm going. Ouch! Ouch! Got the healing though. And got my blood back. Yeah. On the right track. Returning to the theater, where we fought Doris Fletcher. Apparently that has become now the headquarters of sorts for the Brotherhood, if I understood that correctly.
A safe place. Crush the leech, boys! Burn it, boys!
The other guy's just chilling, trying to ignore me. Not with me. I'm here to save Edgar. Ouch. Yeah. Down it goes. Hope we can use the front entrance. We can! The least suspicious way. Just saying hi. I hope that Dr. Swansea is still okay. McCallum said that they don't kill humans, but they might hurt him. And also, I'm not sure if I can really trust their word on that.
So Prewen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
Okay, let's have a look. We also have that book for the leader of the Brotherhood, whose name is escaping me right now. We have a crossy guy. Let me target him. Ouch. He's gone. Okay, now we all calm down a little bit. We're all a little bit stressed out. It's the pandemic. You have to work at night. I get that. That little guy. Okay. Investigate after Swansea kidnapping. Okay. Around. This is where we fought Doris.
It's locked.
Here's where we entered the stage. Oh, Swansea seems to be below. How did I get below? That is also where the book seems to be. Another down. I mean, there must be. Let's look around.
A leech! You'll pay for that!
Ouch.
Lord, give me time, guys.
How did it get below there? Maybe I have to... Oh, I think this door was closed before. One of these doors was closed before. Pretty sure. That one was the one leading to the stage. Or was it? Now I'm confused. Can't remember going through here too. New Doris Fletcher Diary. Soon I'll be on stage again, for my rehearsals are almost over. My minions are gathered around me, ready to follow up my every command. Soon my audience will return, ready to applaud my art. The young, the gorgeous, the healthy audience, they'll return to their families, their beautiful houses and happy lives, delighted by my performance, shocked by my disguise, touched by my grace, my infectious legacy. They'll spread the disease one by one and they'll turn. And I'll be their beloved queen again. And they'll never forget me, and I shall have my revenge on the dirty trick fate played me. Interesting. Okay, it's not. So we weren't here. That's for sure.
It's locked, all right.
Okay. was there another path to the other side? But the other side is where we came from. When we were here last time. Maybe another door opened there. New door.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Ouch. This is, I think, where we entered last time, right? How do I get down there? Thinking maybe I have to smash the crates that were down there on stage.
Smells like rotten meat. One's near.
I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Suicide note. I can't stand the pain anymore. It's like my entire body is breaking apart since that bitch infected me. For days now, she keeps hiding in her room, giving orders through little written notes, and only her rehearsal at night. I witnessed one of her so-called rehearsals. She walked on stage, angry and hateful, spitting and whining about her fading beauty. The bitch is infected, rotten to the core, and she plans to infect everyone in this place and then everyone in London. Her next play is not before December, and at this time all the theatre's employees will be her obedient minions, forced to serve her evil machinations. I'm sure she's found a way to corrupt our food or the water, since we all started to get ill and change after the meal she shared for us last Monday. I want whoever finds this note to know that I only killed myself to escape the living hell that this place has become. May God have mercy on me and my immortal soul, since I refuse to be an accomplice in this devilry. Yes. I think this is where we leave. Yeah. Here we entered last time. From here. Right? Yeah. So there must be another way down. I'll remember this.
We do the Lord's work here.
It's down there. There are some suspicious crates in the middle. Maybe I have to smash them and they will release something like a trap door or so. Gather Edgar Swansea's work? Good. I'm missing something here. Oh, there was... okay. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal. As painful and dreadful as it was, my God, the woman planned to see everyone in London afflicted by infecting all who would come to her next play. It helped me understand greatly what is going on. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of some Harriet Jones. Yeah, we suspected that. Who has been treated as a patient for a long time at the Pembroke Hospital. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in the East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theatre, and how she turned into that monstrosity that the leech known as Jonathan Reid finally defeated. The presence of that vampire in the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I'm convinced he is deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I'm also convinced Swansea is his accomplice, and that those two are planning something more terrifying than anything the Guard has ever faced. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possesses to get some answers. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I better send some patrols to investigate about what is occurring at Pembroke Hospital. Now that is very interesting because, I mean, I can see why he comes to that conclusion, right? He hears about Doris Fletcher's plans, finds out that Doris Fletcher is related to Harriet Jones, who is at Pembroke Hospital. He knows that there's a vampire. Like, I can see that he connected the dots, and I can see why he connected the dots the way he did it. It took me 2 days to pass through the dusty registers and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did prove fruitful for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to our present situation in a copy of William Marshall's memoirs. I took them with me to read more carefully. More and more I think that William Marshall is actually our maker. This creature Marshall says he fought in 1666. This disaster that aimed to destroy London, it is very similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. Disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt now that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all this, and that he is back. This could be our greatest accomplishment, if the guard could at last find and destroy that old bastard. I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reid is now trying to do. Did the creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666? And Reid did the same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature? I don't know. But those two... Oh, what was that? I think maybe because I didn't move for some time. Where was I? The same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature. I don't know. But those two are clearly working together, and Swansea is helping them. I will immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated. As for Reid, I'll destroy that evil beast myself, and then we'll deal with William Marshall and this disaster thing. Freeman will prevail once more.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Oh, I think that's... Okay, I see. Now we got a key. Yeah, I think more and more that if William Marshall is not our maker, then at the very least our maker wants to stop William Marshall. One of the two it will probably be, right?
Put an end to you!
Superpower! Okay. Last vial. I'm looking also for that
It's
journal
locked.
or book. Vampyr Night. William Marshall, forget the legend about the man that most of you never heard of, you lazy bastards. Forget the empty tomb in Temple Church. Forget the death of those among us who died trying to locate him. We, the guard, know that he is still hiding somewhere. That's the only fact we must keep in mind. Another small detail we need to keep in mind. This little fucker is clever. How many times have we thought we had cornered him, to finally only find old dust and cobwebs? Marshall has been a vampire for 1,000 years. We're no match until we change our plans concerning his hunt. So here are a few questions for you lazy bastards, and I want all of them answered before speaking of another great hunt to pin the leech down. Who helped him escape his den under Temple Church? We know now for a fact that a private contractor was paid to move a large coffin from the church a few years before we investigated the tomb. What exactly did the traders of Brotherhood of St. Paul discuss with Marshall when they meet? Oh, so maybe William Marshall is connected to the Brotherhood. The report of this meeting has been burned, but witnesses remain of a request made by Marshall to access a specific book in their library. Why does the monstrosity known as Lady Blackwood? Lady Blackwood? Who's Lady Blackwood? Seem linked to Marshall. They exchanged letters. She went in London to meet him in 1786, according to the Brotherhood spies. She tried to discreetly buy his castle in Wales in 1793 before fleeing when spotted by our fearless mentor Kendall Stone. See the pattern there? What happens during these few years? Why such agitation activity? Answer these questions, my brother, and you will find the path to our most eminent foe, William Marshall, the oldest vampire of England, to survive our righteous wrath. From Know Your Enemy by Carl Eldridge, Private Leader. William Marshall's memoirs. The Brotherhood of St. Paul Stole finally agreed to meet in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. Oh, so he killed that disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral. I visited St. Paul's Cathedral. Very beautiful, very impressive. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Deus Astro, the Eater of Stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord. It took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create that artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such a rare ingredient is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I'm ready to endure this excruciating pain.
Garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Maybe, Evidence safe. Until further notice, this safe will be used to store sensitive evidence. It must always be locked. If you need to access it, just find me on the last floor to get the key. And bloody remember to bring it back to me when they're done, Rodney.
I should find the key to that box. It's locked, all right.
Well, let's get the key first before we get Edgar. Edgar will be fine for a couple of minutes more. Now the question is, and I don't know if we have a choice for that or not, but will we have a choice to either read or not read what is written in...
Watch out, boy!
That scared the hell out of me!
Everyone shall prevail!
That scared the hell out of me! He was just like a shadow standing there. Jesus. Definitely jumped. Ouch.
I have it.
Okay.
I can now open the box.
There we go. Was a quick detour, but that scared me. Didn't expect someone to be there that early. I thought I might have to go even higher, but okay. Now I'm awake. Should we read whatever is in Pandora's box? I mean, I feel like no, but also we're curious. I think that is how Pandora's box works,
I
right?
really don't know if I should read this.
Let's do it. The cards, January 1918, the cards worry me, but they keep on announcing the coming of an imprecise but terrible danger, distinct from their awful war. I better call back the legates to London and tell them to observe and report any unusual events. Something is definitely going on. The cards keep hiding what is approaching, and that can only mean something powerful is moving. Something so strong and potent, the cards cannot fully reveal its nature. All the legates but one are back in London. His mission in Lhasa is too crucial to be aborted. The only noticeable event is the frequent meetings between Aloysius Dawson and the Ascalon Club. It's nothing to worry about for now. A terrible epidemic is upon us, and I don't like this at all. My legates have been sent back overseas to protect them from the disease, but also to find any clue about the origin of the plague. I'm not totally convinced this is all natural. In the past, we had many cases of vampire activity linked with sudden epidemics. We must remain vigilant. All over the world, hundreds of thousands dead, broken families, despair and affliction deeply rooted in our heart. This epidemic is a curse. Reports from every country tell me this catastrophe has no boundaries, no limits. The good news is that the disease seems to have withdrawn. The bad news is the cards keep on foreseeing calamity. Cards were right from the beginning. A calamity is upon us. The best sign may be the return of the God of Prevent. Geoffrey McCullum himself is back in London. He is actively inquiring and recruiting members for a new campaign. Whatever I may think of McCullum's methods, I must admit he has a good nose for danger. We must all stay alert. McCullum did not waste time. At least 3 of his warhounds have been ordered to survey me. Same old hate, same old methods once again. They will inquire about all my moves, all my acquaintances, all my actions. I know they are convinced I am an immortal plotting against them, against humanity. Stupid hunters, I have no time for this. I may have my secrets, but I am not the conspiring foe thereafter. But they are right about something. The cataclysm will not be avoided. For the second time since I'm the primate of St. Paul, I fear for the city. Skals are invading London and the entire country. No, not invading. They are already here. They are amongst us. Released by the flesh of the many infected. Observers of the Brotherhood tell me that foreign vampires are arriving from all over Europe, delighted to get their share of innocent and suffering flesh. This country as we know it may be on the verge of oblivion. We still don't know what is maneuvering against us. The cards are still worrying me, as if the real danger was not revealed yet. I am convinced that the God of Prevent is about to launch a second great hunt. This is the only explanation to the patterns of activities deployed by McCullum. Control of strategic command posts all over the city, creation of many new weapons, robbery to quickly finance this expensive undertaking. I know my name will be on the list if they decide to hunt down all identified vampires in England, but I refuse to submit to this threat. A proven attack is imminent. Scouts and patrols are getting closer every night. I can't even blame them, for the situation is critical. A few reports even claim the horned vampire may be back. The horned vampire. Yeah, that's our maker, right? Like, we always saw that horn silhouette. But their blindness never ceases to astonish me. How can they keep considering me a foe? Have I not proven I am their ally? Have I not done all I can do to protect mortals? This is my last entry in this journal. May God have mercy on our souls. I mean, this doesn't seem too Pandora boxy. I mean, does that confirm that he's an immortal, though? I think so. It kind of implies that, at least.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe what? I'm not as shocked, I guess. To be, seems to know. I mean, It only implied that he's immortal, right? Oh, let's get Swansea. See where we go from here.
Edgar.
Oh no.
Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
To prove him wrong, I let him go.
Really? Are you sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
Okay. Well, I believe you that they did. I guess about the nonsense. Are you hiding something?
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
You're not telling me the whole truth, Edgar.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is Priwen obsessed with him?
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why such a reputation?
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Okay. You do have some explaining to do.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
So, what about Doris Fletcher's real name?
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
You remember Harriet Jones, right?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher got infected in Pembroke.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Don't you see the pattern? You're very annoying right now. And you're avoiding the main topic.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
Oh, that's
You did
what
what?
he did.
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
I made a mistake. But what is science if not trial and error? We both know it, Jonathan, we both know
You
it.
caused
What
the
a
entire...
poor justification for your morbid fascination and thirst for glory.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Oh, those are all the options? Let him die. Oh, because of his wounds, yeah. Make your death quicker. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Like, obviously what he did was absolutely stupid and caused the whole mess. And now I wonder, with the blood, and like there was this, what was the other name of the lady in the journal, Blackwood or something like that? Lady Blackwood, something along those lines. I wonder if that may have been the maker of Lady Ashbury and kind of the cause of the thing that happened in 1666 in a way, but I'm not sure. What do we do with Edgar? I don't want him to suffer, but I don't want to kill him quicker either. I don't know. I don't know. Return him.
No,
I don't
Edgar,
know what to
you
do.
are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then.
That is a little concerning.
Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
I don't know if that was a good decision. I didn't like any of the options. It failed. Talk to Lady Ashbury. Oh boy. What failed? Let's look around. Old love letter. My most exquisite friend. Everything is now ready for our journey to France. We'll leave from Dover on the 17th and we will spend the whole summer in Paris. I can't wait to taste all the delicate flavors that wonderful city has to offer. And I can't wait to try them all with you. Music, food, theater, architecture, perfumes, fashion, and you. Oh, what a delight it will be. I already wrote to some of my good artist friends who will be as delighted as me to see you on stage in French theater. Edmond Rostand, maybe? Should be there. I know you like his work very much, and I count on him to introduce you to the magnificent Sarah Bernhardt. I would assume that's a German name. That would be the greatest achievement of this journey. I can't wait to hold you again in my arms, my sweetest delight, and drink again the source of your divine talent. Okay, Calhoun. Oh, that's that guy. This is, I think, where we came from. Oh boy, I don't know if I made the right call at all about this. We want to kill him. So we have the notebook for Asher Toltree, and then we have to talk to Lady Ashbury. Oh boy. I don't know what she will think about our decision either. Things are definitely heating up. I feel like we're getting closer to the end. And there was the talk about the horned vampire who has to be our maker since we saw that silhouette with horns. I assume it might be William Marshall, but I don't know. William Marshall either either will be our maker and ally who is trying to save the city once again through us. And or the final boss of the game, right? Like that is how it's going.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Yeah. Sure. Should do that. Ouch. Deserves to know.
Snuff it, leech! This one's mine!
Oh, we have minus 1.7 XP. There they are. Ouch.
Filthy piece of shit! Fuck his fast!
Okay. Lady Ashbury. Need to talk. Also, I'm not sure if I feel great about Harriet Jones still being around, like as the kind of epicenter of this disease. We may have to talk to, what was her name? No, the Skal lady.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan?
No good fortune.
What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is
That's
our
the
good
good
friend
news.
now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Oh. I mean, honestly, he was just stupid. I think he had his heart in the right place, just his mind not.
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Ichor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter
Yeah.
to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh,
Elizabeth, are you all right?
no, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Whoa. Oh, I mean, okay, so that kind of confirms my suspicion that that her maker was this Lady Blackwall or Blackstone or that other lady, who was somehow connected to William Marshall and the disaster, as it was called. And that maybe, I'm not sure if she knew or suspected. I'm also worried about her daughter now and how that is connected. But like, I believe Elizabeth that in any case that she didn't that she didn't do anything wrong intentionally. But she might be afraid that if we might be if our maker is William Marshall, that she might be afraid, since she would then be, so to speak, our natural opponent. Since her maker was William Marshall's opponent. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure. This is all very, very interesting. So, now we gather the ingredients for the antidote. Obtain a drop of William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave. That will be fun. Obtain a drop of King Arthur's blood from Geoffrey McCallum. Search for insulin in the old Pembroke Oh, we have to go in the morgue again? Are you kidding me? I do want to go back to Usher Talltree. But maybe what we do is go here to visit Lord Redgrave. That will be fun. Then pick up or bring the notebook to Usher Talltree. Then go to the cemetery where probably McCallum is, and then go back to the hospital. I think that makes
Now would be a good time
most
to blend
sense.
the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Oh boy, this is all getting very complicated. Where's the father? There. Oh, he wasn't dead. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So Kimura. Oh, Charles is still okay.
Be purer than that of William Marshall. Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a trouble. Good evening.
Do you have
Miss
anything
Ashford.
else to say?
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid.
No.
Goodbye, Charles.
She's been...
That she seems to be okay though. We found this clue about him though, about Calhoun.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. A great night, what?
What?
Calhoun, tell me about your relationship with Doris Fletcher.
Oh, Doris. Cold fire and burning ice trapped in a perfect body. Our passion was as intense as it was brief. What an actress.
How did you meet her?
On a boat to France before the war. She was thinking about a career in Paris, and I was eager to try French gastronomy. We both returned disappointed.
I expect you've seen her on stage, too.
She really is the best actress of her generation. Such frailty and such strength at the same time. I hope she'll play again soon. She's been away for too long.
You sound surprisingly sad. Have you regrets?
I think of her as a divine dish.
Ooh.
I'm glad I was able to taste it, but I regret I could only get a bite of her mystery.
You really loved her, then?
She fascinated me, Dr. Reid. I can't imagine what she must have endured through her life to reach such a level of emotion and sensibility.
Okay. Interesting.
I may have a look at your...
Anything we can need? I don't think so. Okay.
Any strangers come into your house?
Clarence. Teasdale.
Sir, you are not welcome.
I go to the backside. What was a back door that we opened? Aha. Aha. Let's see. Might be dangerous. Maybe he will just give us a drop of the blood and we'll be very nice about... Oh boy, what's going on
I'm
here?
still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Ah! That guy surprised me. Sorry. Just want to talk to Mr. Redgrave. Oh. Oh, he's downstairs. How do I get downstairs? Doesn't have the urn up here? There. Can we just take it? Also, okay. I think Lady Ashbury confirmed that it was indeed William Marshall's blood in the urn, but that Lord Redgrave was not actually turned into a vampire by
Redgrave.
What are you
William
doing
Marshall.
here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood
He's
of
very
William
cooperative.
Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all.
Exactly.
My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
Yeah, stop it.
this farce. Marshall never was your maker. I have no idea how you acquired his blood, but I need it now.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reid. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
He was very cooperative once we brought up that he's not actually of William Marshall's blood. He was like, okay, fine, yep, no, go, take it. Talk about that with me again. Bye. Okay, yeah, that went way better than I thought. Very happy about that. So I think next we will go to Usher Tawdry, give him the notebook, probably get a scolding for reading the stuff. Then we go to the graveyard to probably meet with McCullum. And then to the hospital. And I guess go into the morgue again. I don't want to go into the morgue. It's creepy. Still at negative XP. Great. So yeah, I guess we return to the main street first. We haven't talked to that lady who heard voices in a long time.
Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
I have nothing about her though.
I must...
It's very interesting because we're definitely missing a bunch of hints on a lot of people, which means there's a lot to find, which I like. I mean, I try to be there in these games, but I'm not a completionist by any means. So it's definitely fun to see that there is so much to explore and to find. That is amazing. Well, let's have a rest anyway. Maybe... Not sure if I can fill up my little potions. Let's see. Few ancient and torn of vellum pages from William Marshall's memoir. Oh. Oh, that's for the antidote. Okay, I see. Can't do anything there, unfortunately. Can't level up either. I don't even know if I can manually save. Let's... I don't know if I have to rest to do that. We're negative. XP. About accidental deaths. The inhabitants of London live in fear of physicians, delayed intervention, barefaced favoritism, and strange experimental treatments. This scarcity of professionalism is crystallized in Pembroke Hospital, Whitechapel, where the ontology was discharged a long time ago. The Pembroke administration hides behind a facade of dedication and rectitude. Those of us who know any of their patients or worse were among them are aware of their deceit. In this temple devoted to dread, you will have to pay to get bad. You will catch illness you never knew existed, and your corpse will be relieved of its possession in the morgue. Oh, that's about all the different scandals that we uncovered. Your patients die overnight of wounds they never bore upon their arrival, and they call them accidents. I briefly interviewed Dr. Swansea, head of administration. The claimed pedantic timor mortis conturbat me, fear of death confounds me, before forcing us out of the establishment. Coding and land will not be enough to keep us away from their morbidity. Volunteers are welcome to join me tomorrow morning in front of the hospital to demand clear facts about the state of the medical institution. Uh-oh. Probably not good. Well, this is a good time to take a break though, and we will continue with Vampyr very soon, and then collect the other ingredients, deliver the notebook, and maybe cure whatever is going on. Hopefully Lady Ashbury is okay. Lots of questions still left to answer. Thank you all for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like. Maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. It all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. If you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, go check out the Patreon link down below, and I will be back with more Vampyr very soon. Until then, have a great time.